I'm just gonna create a new profile and we'll call it Greenie X. We're gonna do this on normal. I've never played hard, so we'll try normal. We'll do normal.
Canceled a trip to Georgia this morning after the suicide bomb assassination of that country's president by separatist rebels from the Abkhazia region. Continued fighting in the Abkhazia and South Ossetia regions has hindered Georgia's hopes of integration into Western institutions. Industry baron
I'm actually gonna
seized
just
power
be right back really
in a
quick.
bloodless coup, installing himself in the presidential palace behind a wall of political and military support. The charismatic billionaire plans on holding elections within a matter of days to affirm his seat of power and promises a pristine and profitable relationship with America and the West. Bringing high-speed fiber optic connectivity to areas of Eastern Europe that less than a decade past didn't have telephones. The technological leap is due largely to the efforts of rising information industries in the Netherlands, and especially Georgia, where the vice president called his visit to Georgia an honor and called Georgian President Kumbain Nikolaadze a man with his
I remember there's a
eyes on the
coup or
future.
something and Nikolaadze comes in. All right, so this, I forgot to even read some of these. Excuse me. CIA Training Farm, Virginia, Camp Perry. Prove that you are the right man for the job. As Agent Sam Fisher, you've been recruited to spearhead the operational arm of the National Security Agency's Third Echelon Initiative. Before being sent into the field, you must demonstrate that you possess the skills to undertake dangerous and covert solo missions.
Sam Fisher. I can't believe you beat me here.
I like to be early. Hello, Colonel.
You can use my name. The room's safe.
Lambert.
Good to see you again. I trust NSA orientation is going well?
Well enough. Everybody's been real coy about what exactly I'm allowed to know.
It's the nature of the agency. We don't let any one person know everything, which means we've all got to work together.
Even though I'll be out there alone.
You'll be transmitting to us in more ways than you can imagine, and we'll be online through your earpiece and OPSAT.
And that's how we're handling training.
Yep. Sorry to make you run the course. I know you've been taking care of yourself.
I haven't been in the field in years.
Sure. But tradecraft is something you don't forget. It's like riding a bike.
Or wearing high heels.
Be careful, Fisher. Everything we say is being monitored. You know how nervous the brass is about exercising the Fifth Freedom.
I'll be good.
Be better than good. Third Echelon is a brand new initiative. The role aggressive intelligence operations will play in NSA's future will depend largely on your performance. I'll see you on the far side of the course. All right, Sam, let's get started. Can you hear me clearly?
Hi there.
Good.
Hi
That means
there.
the implanted speaker is working correctly. Now, the technicians here want to calibrate your equipment. Can you turn to the red emergency light on the wall to your left? Great. Now the one on your right. Okay, same thing for pitch. Look for another light up in the rafters on the ceiling. Excellent. Now look for one on the ground in front of you. All right, Fisher. We'll get through this as quickly as possible. We'll start simple. Climb up onto that ledge, that pool.
Shit. I can probably do this training mission with my eyes closed. It's been like I think I had a Splinter Cell demo. No, I had the real Splinter Cell.
I'll chime back in.
All I would do is spam this training mission. But I also would get too scared. Like, the game gets kind of creepy and scary. For my elementary school brain. I think Pandora tomorrow gets... Like, that time I used shift or the jump key to fall down. In Pandora tomorrow it uses the crouch button to move down, but... Takes some getting used to. Let's see... Yeah, we don't need to do that. Jump! Ah. Come on. There we go. And then it uses jump to pull your legs up, even though, like here it uses crouch. Makes sense because I'm becoming smaller. But they, I don't know, maybe through player feedback or something, it's like the jump key, you're moving up more. Oh. Okay, let's get on there. The keybinds for this game are, you know, they're so-so. They do the job. And the thing is, if you like map spacebar to your jump key, the help text doesn't change, and then you have to use shift to like use your action, and it's still a little awkward because E's used for pulling out your weapon, and so.
Good job, Fisher. As soon as you can find a way over the gate, we'll move on to covert ops training.
So I remember as a kid, I didn't remember what to do here. I was like, oh, I can't jump. I'm like, yeah, there's arrows, and like I was so terrible at the split jump. But yeah, like there's feet here showing you, oh, you gotta go this way. Just face the wall straight, and then do your jumps, and it'll get you over.
You're moving on into covert ops. The objective is to sneak through the area without being detected. We've got live bodies in there. Some of the top CIA instructors have kindly volunteered to be your victims.
Yeah, escape to do the ops, that's interesting, but
The next door is locked, Sam. You'll need to use your lockpicks to get through it.
and lockpicking is a jillion times easier on PC. Oh, use fire button, right? You just find your key and spam the key like crazy, and you get done a lot faster. Because with the joystick, you have to kind of like wiggle it around, and
This next door is keypad locked. The man guarding the door has the code to open it, but he's been instructed not to cooperate.
this is always my favorite
Convince him
little
otherwise.
interrogation. Not so tight, that hurts. 28469.
Hi there.
Hi.
You're not going easy on me, are you?
Not so tight. That hurts.
Sorry about that. What's the door code?
28469.
It was a pleasure working with you.
Likewise.
We got the retinal.
This next door is retinal scanner locked. These things are cheap and near impossible to hack. Fortunately, it's just a matter of getting the right eyes to the scanner, usually an officer. The gentleman ahead is registered for the scanner. Convince him to open the door for you.
This is like speed number 2 on the mouse wheel. So I think it's a little bit faster than the super slow crawl, and you still make 0 noise. We might run into some issues later with FPS, like the frame rate, because apparently it can affect the pathing of some of the AI. So, and what happens is like they take wider routes, and there's a mission where there's landmines, and they end up always blowing themselves up. So if we run into issues there, I'm gonna have to cap the frame rate.
You've got a network of photocells on your outfit connected to a visibility meter on your OPSAT. If the meter's at 4, you're lit up like a Dutch brothel. At 0, you're a ghost's shadow.
And then the other finicky part is course, the shooting. You have to wait until that becomes fully solid, then you wait a few seconds, and he always hit his shots. Otherwise, if you don't, this kind of sprays around a little bit. So 2 is NVGs. This one I always liked.
Some cameras are more fragile, and all you'll need to do to get past them is shoot them.
So black cameras have armor, but bad against dark. White cameras are fragile. So let's hide here, pull out the weapon, and you're gonna watch his gun disappear. You don't need that anymore, Sam.
Sometimes the only way to pass a camera will be to stick to existing shadows and time your moves.
Little tack roll right there.
Knock out the guard in the corridor and hide his body before the patrolling guard finds it.
Oh, that was a little fast. I don't think there's ever anything in here, but
Okay, now, Fisher, let's bring in another guard to evaluate your work.
hello, Monsignor.
Good work, Sam. Remember that discretion is critical to our operations. Covering up the evidence of your passing through will go a long way towards proving our usefulness in the field.
Then, if I recall, okay, F5 and F8, yeah, or quick save, quick load. We go to the quiet room.
The next hallway's the same idea, but for sound. I'll be monitoring a few hidden mics.
Just walk off. Get up. I don't think you really have to crouch here, but wait. Have you started yet? Holy Christmas, Fisher, you're at the end. Phenomenal work. Something.
Have you started yet? Fisher, holy Christmas, you're at the end. Phenomenal work. Let's move on.
I think that's the only time they use that heartbeat, like, sound effect.
That's gotta be him.
Yep. Sam Fisher, let me introduce you to Vernon Wilkes Jr.
Hello.
Hey, I've heard crazy things about your work.
I hope you don't mind. I told him some of your stories from Kuwait.
We're all friends here.
Right on.
Junior Wilkes is a longtime NSA
Kuwait.
employee. He'll be your wheels, wings, and weapons. He coordinates transportation
That's
and
when-
equipment.
Great.
Pakistan or
Man, you must be itching to get back out in the field,
Iraq
huh?
took
Oh,
over
I'm good.
Kuwait, something like
Well,
that.
that's all we need. Welcome to the NSA.
I'm sure things are going to come together famously. Third Echelon is a brand new initiative, and we're going to have a lot to prove.
Right.
The two of you will be Third Echelon's first team on the ground. Be ready for it, and do us proud. Welcome to the NSA.